always fresh every day. You're watching Fastlane Daily.
Could there be a supercar coming your way from the land of... Wait, what is Denmark known for again?
IKEA. Hamlet.
IKEA Sweden. It's
Hamlet.
There you go. Anyway, there could be an infusion of estrogen into everyone's favorite car show. Also a high-power Audi with a bad name. Commenter of the week and FLDetours. I'm Derek D, and I wish I was Kerry Milbank. And you're watching Fastlane Daily. That's a nice slip in there, guys.
Fastlane Daily with Derek D, always fresh every day.
Denmark, the land of 5 million people, home to Hamlet, and yet still a nation that has been completely unremarkable for nearly 300 years. Until now. I present to you the Zenvo ST1, Denmark's first domestically produced supercar. Fitted with a rear-mounted turbo and supercharged 7-liter V8 producing a, oh my god, I need to change my pants, 1100 horsepower, the Zenvo ST1 can reportedly hit a top speed of 233 miles per hour. The car comes standard with a 6-speed manual gearbox and a hydraulically powered limited slip differential that puts down a 0 to 60 time of just 3 seconds. Though the car is still in prototype form, World Car Fans report Zenvo will debut the finished car this summer at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. And could Top Gear be adding a 4th host? If the UK's Labour Party has their way, then that answer is yes. State-funded organizations are now being required to include more female, black, and gay staff to reflect the actual British population. So could the beat be adding their own version of Vicky Butler-Henderson, or will Richard Hammond just be donning a wig? Tell us what you think of a female Top Gear hostess in the comments below. But before you do, let me get these ones out of the way. Oh, as long as she has big boobs. Dude, she is so hot, she could host anything. I don't even care what it is. Oh man, she's so hot, I'd really like to beep with her. Okay, those are out of the way. Now comment. A big my bad comes today from German tuning shop AVUS Performance and their names department. The company recently tuned the new Audi RS6 Avant, giving it the subtle performance mods of a new exhaust, catalysts, and ECU software, bringing the torque up to 590 foot-pounds and the horsepower to a nice round 700. All this new power brings the Rocket Avant to 62 in a blistering 3.9 seconds and onto a limited top speed of 211 miles per hour. The only problem people had with the upped anti-RS6 was its name, White Power. White Power was seen by too many as a racially insensitive term, leading to AVUS changing the name within 24 hours of release to the much tamer Audi RS6 V10 bi-turbo. AVUS has released a recent statement claiming that the naming discrepancy was a result of a mistranslation of German to English. Whoops. And what happens when you return from the Olympics with 3 gold medals around your neck? Well, if you're Usain Bolt, you get a huge sponsorship from Puma and get more press than you could ever imagine. Dubbed the fastest man in the world, Usain set world records in both the 100 and 200 meter races in last summer's Beijing Olympic Games. Though he may be the fastest man alive on foot, he is no Michael Schumacher while behind the wheel. According to EGM Car Tech, Usain was involved in a motor vehicle accident while driving in his home country of Jamaica yesterday. The Olympian was behind the wheel of his new 2009 BMW M3, given to him as a gift by his sponsor Puma only a few months ago. Reports indicate heavy rains and poor driving conditions were factors in the accident. Luckily, Usain and his 2 female passengers escaped with only minor injuries. You can find out more on those and a bunch of other stories at the FLD news feed. That's fastanddaily.com/feed. It's right here. I need it. And don't forget to subscribe to Fastlane Daily on YouTube, and you could also friend us on Facebook. Next up, commenter of the week in our 2.5-minute car review segment we call FLDetours. This week, we let loose on New York City in a new 2010 Ford Fusion Sport. That's all coming up right after this.
Bravo, Derek D. Bravo.
Oh, welcome back. Yep, it's commenter of the week time. Woo! Yep. It's Friday. Commenter of the week. Comments. All right. Okay. So this week's comment is in regard to the new segments and stuff we've been doing here on FLD. A commenter by the name of Little Lance01 had this to say. What's with the recent influx of new segments? At this pace, we'll soon see the Tuesday's What Did Derek D Have for Dinner Last Night segment, or the Monday How Many Minutes the Morning Commute Took segment, or the Friday What is Amy Winehouse's New Drug of Choice segment. Well, Little Lance01, as we are a web TV show, we're always thinking of new ways to stay fast and fresh. Some work, some don't. But how the hell would you know if you don't try new things? If everything just stayed the same, it'd be as boring as JF's personal life. Right? Okay. But for all your viewing pleasure, here you go. Rachel, what's my time?
56 minutes.
Yes!
I am so hungry. What did you have for dinner last night?
Oh, I had these slamming pork chops, Trish.
Swine flu.
You can't get it from eating pork. Hey, Max. Amy Winehouse's new drug of choice, sloppy bombs. Apparently it's a mixture of cocaine and heroin.
That's a horrible idea.
Yeah. So. I don't know, guys. I thought those segments were pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. And speaking of JF, instead of going on that date I set him up on, dude, that chick was hot. He went out with our cameraman Ian and FLDetours the 2010 Ford Fusion Sport. So go ahead and take it away, JF.
So today on FLDetours, I'm going to be driving this, the 2010 Ford Fusion Sport, and I'm going to go for a little drive. It's a beautiful spring day. The only problem is, it's rush hour. Now the car is powered by a 3.5 liter V6 producing about 265 horsepower. Now the Fusion Sport doesn't have much of an exhaust note, but what it lacks in that department it actually makes up in the feel of acceleration. The throttle response is very good. Now for 2010, Ford has actually updated the Fusion with a minor facelift. This particular car, the Fusion Sport, has a few accents that actually distinguish it from the normal Fusion lineup. Ford has actually matched the interior trim pieces with the exterior color of the car. Now that doesn't necessarily make it a sports car by having cool trim pieces, but it does give the car a unique feel inside. The driving position itself is very high. I can see everything. I'm not in an SUV, but I don't feel like I'm in a low sedan, which gives me a secure feeling, especially when driving in New York City traffic. Not only that, I feel like everything is positioned correctly. Everything is within reach of my arms. I don't have to reach too far to control anything important with the car. Ford went to great lengths to make all the different materials inside the cabin feel good, while here on the steering wheel, it feels like they just reused parts from an existing car. It may not be a Lotus, it may not have the power of an M or an AMG. I look at this car as the attainable sports car. It's not too flashy, but it's cool enough to say, look, I can actually see myself driving that car one day. Thank you. Have a great day. Well, I got my hot dog, got my blue Fusion, and for a beautiful spring day, I think we did a good job. And for this, a sub $30,000 sports car, it's pretty good. That's it for FLDetours. Take care.
It's a nice color car. Good job, JF. That hot dog looked good, by the way. Well, that about does it for Fast Lane Daily today. I am Derek D. It's Friday. You guys have a great weekend. I got nothing. I got nothing. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Huzzah!
Huzzah, Derek!
Huzzah! Salamin' filet mignon.
Yeah.
Oh, I had this gigantic ostrich egg omelet. Oh, with cheese.
Sounds miserable.
That does sound gross. It was delicious. Slamming frog leg tartare. Oh. Let's do it again.